All right, this is Marvin Preaching Sense back at you all with another video. I want to go over some good signature scent that you can get your nose on. These are fragrances that if you just want the one and done, I just want one fragrance I can wear all year. Don't have to switch up. I'm not trying to buy 10,000 fragrances. I'm gonna give you some ideas just to have that one fragrance. There's all kinds on here. Typically these fragrances are going to be, well, let's just go through it. Let's just start off. Let's start off with one. This one is Hermes. This is by Hermes. This is H24, and this is the Parfum. Now, this right here is kind of a little bit of a throwback fragrance in some ways. It opens up with this kind of a creamy coconut accord. I don't think coconut's listed, but that's the vibe I get. There's going to be a richness and a deepness to it. There's you're going to get some hints of maybe some banana type of a smell to it. There's a lot of metallic accords in here, so you have to like those metallic type of accords. It's not for everybody, but this is one I could see going all year round. It's very versatile. This is kind of a new school barbershop type fragrance in my opinion. They have the EDT, and then there's the latest version. I forget what it's called, but anyways, this is the one I think is the one. If you're just going to get one, this will be it. It is I remind you of kind of a damp forest after it rains. As if you're walking through a forest or some greenery and it's just rain and there's still some dampness on the ground, this is the kind of vibe it puts me in the mood of. Get your nose on it. Very affordable. It should be in that $50 range, $60, $70 range. I'll leave a link. All right. Next one on the list here is going to be by Xerjoff. This is 40 knots. 40 knots. This is a very unique. It's hard to even put your nose on. It's hard to even describe what my nose is smelling. It is kind of a floral sea breeze is what comes to my mind if I have to describe it. There's a saltiness to it. I wouldn't call it quite aquatic, but it kind of just, gives you a little bit of a beachiness to it. I wouldn't call it's not a marine fragrance, but there's some nuances of that in there. There's a warmth to it. There's a sparkliness to it. So it's kind of a sparkling iris type of vibe that I get to it. It's good. It's good. It's unique. It's different than most fragrances. Runs you in that $120 range. This is something you could put on year round. Has enough heft to carry you through even the winter, fall and winter months, but it's not too strong for the summer as well. Get your nose on that. All right, next one on the list is one that was put out by Bowtie Fragrance Guy. This is by Navitus Parfums. This is Debonaire. And this right here, just what a fragrance. It has just a little bit of everything. And it opens up with a beautiful bergamot. There's an uplifting, fresh, a cooling vibe from the citron accord in here. You're gonna get that citron accord is a lemon lime. Maybe there's okay, drop the cap here. Sorry. There's some hints of orange in there in the mids. You're gonna get a beautiful lavender accord in here as well. There's some greenery in here, greenness to it, just like the color of the bottle. And there's some oak moss in there. So you're gonna get those green nuances in there. But then you're also going to get an ambroxan. You're going to get a creaminess and some musk. And then as it dries down, you're going to even get hints of that vanilla and benzoin. So it has a little bit of everything for every season, right? And that's what makes this a good signature scent. This is a one and done fragrance. You can just get this one and you're good for the year, man. Your one fragrance you're going to get. And when you wear these fragrances in different types of year, your nose is going to pick up on a different part of it a little bit more. In the winter, you're probably going to pick up on that vanilla and that benzoin a little bit more. And in the summer, you might pick up that citron a little bit more. So it really is versatile. Get your nose on $140 or so is usually, it doesn't go on sale too much because it's just by Navitas. Last 7-8 hours. So you're going to get long lasting. I didn't list how long the other ones last. Xerjoff lasts, that's 7-8 hours. The H24, 5-6 hours, so it's not as long lasting. So do note that. All right, next one on the list here, and I have to throw this one on the list here, is Bleu de Chanel. If you're just gonna have one fragrance, I call this this is more special for me. But if you just want one fragrance for the year, you got your special one. I'd hate to wear this just going to the mall, but because it runs you $175 or something. But if you're just gonna get one, it opens up with that beautiful lemon bergamot mint combo, just mass appealing. You're gonna smell good. You're gonna get compliments. One of the most complimented, mass appealing fragrances of all time, in my opinion. You're gonna get a beautiful lavender accord. There's a pineapple in there, so it has some green hints in the background, creaminess from the sandalwood. You're gonna get a tonka bean. It has it's just one of the best fragrances that has ever been created, in terms of being mass appealing, compliment getting, and just everyone loves it. So get your nose on it. You can wear this anytime, any place, in my opinion. In terms of throughout the year, in terms of the seasons. For me, I wear it in more special occasions, but you could do that in special occasions in any season. That's the point. All right, next one on the list here, we're gonna go with Maison France's Kurkdjian, Gentle Fluidity. And a lot of these, there's some of these, a lot of these are, higher in price. This one is, closer to $175 to $200. But if you're just gonna get one fragrance, why not spend a solid amount, right? I mean, if you can afford it. This right here is if you like more fresh aquatic, if that's your style, right? This has juniper berries, which some people may not like. It's a piney sharpness to it, so you have to like those piney sharp accords in there, but there's a freshness to it. It's just always going to be fresh. One of the best fragrances right out the shower that you can get your nose on. There's some musk and some woods in here, some spices in here, so it has a little bit of those notes that you need to get you through the winter and fall months, but definitely works in the summer and in the spring. Get your nose on it. Gentle Fluidity, Silver by Maison France's Kurkdjian. All right, and then we're going to go to one of my favorite office scents, but one that's very versatile, and that's Dior Sauvage. This is EDT. Man, I love wearing this to the office. Man, just a nice fresh amber. It's that freshness with the amber, right? Usually you have the freshness or the amber. This one here has a nice combo with the two. You're gonna get the bergamot, you're gonna get the pepper, so there's some nice spices to it as well. There's a beautiful lavender, man. So, man, just you're gonna get some sweet woods in there. There's some ambroxan. There's a creaminess in there as well as it dries down. It lasts, gets you through your workday, so you're gonna get that 8 hours in out of this. It does not it projects just enough, right? Since I'm saying office, you don't want the whole office smelling. You walk in a room and everyone knows it's you, right? But man, it's just enough where something smells good, but it's not too strong. Done right. This is just one of the perfect amount of projection, sillage. It lasts just what you need right here in a bottle. $80 to $115. Good price range, good value. All right, next one on the list here. This one right here is a little bit more, some people might, definitely sample it, right? This is Terre Hermes Parfum. Beautiful fragrance. I enjoy this fragrance a lot. I think some people definitely will have to, it's a little bit of an old school vibe in there. You're going to get a nice citrus and grapefruit as it opens up, mixed with an orange, but there's some metallic accords in here that I pick up, and I think it's coming from the Flint accord, which is kind of a wet metallic type of vibe. There's an earthiness to it. There's a dampness to this fragrance. You're going to get the woods and some oak moss, so some greenery, but there is some benzoin in the parfum, which gives it the ability to get you through some of those colder, it can cut through some of the colder winter or colder months. So that's what gives it the versatility, in my opinion. Get your nose on it. Probably sample it because there's some not for everybody. $80 to $30 will get you 7 hours. Doesn't project over, it projects just enough, not further than an arm length. The sillage, I don't know if I get too much of a sillage, but you know, for what it's worth. Next one on the list, you know, this one I always run through because I talk about it. Mancera, Cedrat, Boise. Man, fruity, woody, citruses. You're gonna get the lemon, you're gonna get the bergamot, you'll get some black currant. There's a freshness to this one. There's an earthiness as well. You're gonna get the woods. You'll get the creaminess from the sandalwood and some vanilla. It is get you that solid 7 hours in here. It projects. It has a nice projection, not overly, not beast mode, but just that right amount where you can wear this to the office and not be doing too much. You don't want to be that guy in the office, right? That everybody has to like, oh my goodness, I smell them in the parking lot. No, you don't want that. But this is just right, and it's good price, man. $75, $80, solid price, good value. Get your nose on it. This one, anytime, any place, anywhere, and I mean that. Any season, any place, any event, dress up, casual, it's gonna work. All right, a couple more on the list, and I'll let you go. Penhaligon's Sartorial. This one right here, you know, some people might say, I don't know if it's signature scent worthy, but especially if you're old school, and you know, this is a mature, you know, you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, 60s, 70s. You know, this, man, it's that old school, got that lavender, you know, that barbershop, that barbershop vibe to it. You're gonna get the honey and the cardamom in there, so it's really a honey and lavender bomb. You're gonna get some of those a little bit of metallic accords. I guess I have a thing for that. But there's a freshness to it. There's some ambers in here as well. There's some warmth from the ambers and some freshness, and there's some vanilla and some woods in here. This right here, I wear this throughout the year. Maybe not in the highest of heats, but it works. Get your nose on it. 130 bucks is your range. It will project. There's some good CR, solid, not beast mode, but get your nose on that one as well. And then last but not least here, and I'm gonna Allure Homme. Allure Homme. This right here, especially for you ones who love just a fresh fragrance. You don't want, this is by Chanel. You just want that mall scent. You know, this has the lemon. It has the peach and some orange, but they're light in the background. It's not sweet at all. It's very aromatic. You get lavender in there. It has a whole bunch of notes listed in there, but just a fresh quality. You know you're gonna smell good. You know, it has it can work anytime, any place. It's just a standard I'm wearing a cologne type of vibe. That's what it is. If you just want something that says I got something that smells good, boom. Not too strong, not too weak. It has a little bit of everything. Put this one on right here, and it works. The last thing, yeah, for 5 or 6 hours. It didn't last. It's not beast mode by any imagination, by any stretch. I mean, but you know, it is. You're gonna smell good. You know, you're gonna smell good. I can promise you that. It's the typical Macy's type of vibe to it. Shout out to my cousin Azar, who so graciously bought this for me. I'm glad I have this in my collection. It's one of the ones you want to have in your collection. You want something like this in your collection. So, but I'm sorry, this is those who are looking for one fragrance. This is the type you will get. If you're not a big fragrance head, get your one. This is gonna all year round. You can put this on. That's it. I've gone over 10 fragrances that are good signature scent fragrances that you can wear throughout the whole year. If you just want one fragrance, these are some good suggestions, I believe, that you can get your nose on. So I hope you all enjoyed these videos. This is Marvin Preaching Scents. Like and subscribe if you are enjoying them. And I'll catch you on the next video.